Hey, so welcome back. After my brief hiatus while I was doing things that actually required me to hit deadlines, like preparing conference talks. So now that I'm back, I'm going to continue on with Crispin, and I'm going to try and build the UI for it, which is not going to go well, because I'm not very good at UI work. But I shall muddle through. So what I'm going to do at the moment is steal a bit of layout code from another application of mine, because I know that code works, and I know that it has roughly the same UI structure that I want. So this is my Crowbar application, which I've demoed in a few conference talks. It's just an event-sourced serverless Slack clone-ish. But that bit doesn't matter. What we're actually interested in is the messages and the... Oh, you can do click navigation in this. That's cool. And the sidebar, which is what we want to put into this application so that we have a better UI than this. So I think the first thing we're going to do is figure out what my root component is in this application, because I have no idea. Boot client probably has an entry point in it, I would imagine. Connected router, children, roots. Ah, and the roots. Ah, yes, this sounds familiar. And the exact path is home, and then we put child roots in here. Probably. I don't know, and for the time being, it doesn't matter. So we've got a home component. Let's have a look. Components, home. I definitely didn't write that because it's in a components folder, and I disagree with components folder. Or maybe I did write it. Okay. Don't chat to me. We have a dashboard. I think that will be a panel in the middle, and then we'll just have a layout. So let's have a folder, and we'll call it layout, because I'm not very imaginative. And in that, we shall have a new file, which is going to be index.js, because I'm imaginative. And in here, we're going to not do this. We're going to actually just dump everything straight in. So let's go to our sidebar. Now, do I have react-bootstrap installed? No idea. So let's go to the right folder. cd source crispin.rest, I think. Yeah, that looks about right. Can I zoom this? Oh, I can zoom the console doing. Excellent. So if we do package JSON. No, we don't have React Bootstrap. Well, let's solve that problem. npm install save React Bootstrap. Now this package just provides us with JavaScript classes, React classes, React components, I suppose, of Bootstrapified HTML elements. So I can, as you can see in the background here, use the col component rather than having to type out div class name equals col blah 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 blah, which isn't so useful for the basic layout. But when we get to using things like modal dialogues and such, it becomes a lot easier then. So we'll import those, and then we shall do export default. Now, if I remember rightly, the reason we have the match here is so that we can highlight the right menu items later. But I'm going to ignore that for now and grumble about it later when I forget, because that's my style. So here we shall now put our Alt tab as opposed to Control tab. Whoops. We shall take that and dump that in here. I really should add an editor config to this repository so that it stops automatically indenting with 4 spaces for JavaScript files. Might do that in a minute. We haven't got a channel list, so that can go away. We will need to put something in there, I imagine. So let's just stick an h1 tag in there for a start. I really do need an autocompleter that works in the way I feel it should. Sidebar. Yep, good name. Now, do I get compile errors in somewhere? Maybe. Oh yeah, we're not even referencing this component anyway yet, so I can break it to my heart's content to start with. Right, so we have our sidebar. And all this needs to go in a row, which I guess is an actual component. Will this autocomplete for me? Oh, it does. I like this library. I have to say I'm very impressed with Visual Studio Code. I wish I'd tried it earlier. I haven't launched Atom since having it. I do still need to, I'm going to try and port an extension that I want from Atom. Once I've done that, I don't think I'll ever need Atom again. It seems amazing that that GitHub, who made Atom, and Electron, and yet Microsoft came along and used Electron and made a much better product out of it. Right, so that's our sidebar with apparently no styles on it. It's got a class name. Okay, so we'll have some CSS to find in a minute. Then we need our messages, which again I don't actually want the content of. I'll just take that. And is this going to work? Probably not. I told you I don't like UI stuff. Right, H1 content. Those. Line deletion could be a bit smarter as well. Yeah, we'll leave it with a header row because then I can actually see where the thing is. Call row. Yeah, good. So now if we look in our roots, we have this. We have a layout component. I wonder what's in that. It's got a nav menu. Basically the same thing as we've just done. Oops. The reason I'm going to leave it in a separate folder though is because I might componentize bits of it differently later. So you can stay there for now. So, there we are. We're using this props children. We will need that later. Here. No, actually, let's do it now. Why not? Why not? And I don't have a this. Can I do this? Maybe? Right, go away, go away, go away. Right. Now, theoretically, if I just change this import to be import layout from, and this time import it from layout, everything will just work. It seems optimistic. And sources responses mine type of text HTML. Does it now? That is not text to entry. Good. I don't know what that means. Is this all breaking because I slept my laptop while I was running this? Maybe. Oh yeah, need to run npm stop it, npm kill, npm not kill. Dot. Hang on a minute, I had an npm task for doing this, didn't I? Package. Set it to, development mode. Yes, of course. Then we get hot reload. Yeah. npm run. No, start. npm go. Magic is occurring. Hopefully it will work. Ugh. Right. Work. Success-ish. Right. There should be some CSS somewhere. I wonder where I keep that. Is this the right thing? Yes. It's not there. Maybe it's in that public folder. App.css. That sounds like a good place to start. Main. We want that bit. Maybe. Now, I know people do funky things with CSS these days that involves doing it somehow through React, but I have no idea how to do that. So I'm just going to dump it in the CSS folder. Let's call it layouts.css. And thank you for randomly indenting it by 2 spaces for some reason. I save that, close it, reopen it. Should now realize it's 2 spaces. Select everything and retab it back. Right. Has that worked? Do I need to, do I have to include it somewhere? It sounds like I should include it somewhere. This CSS. Well, the CSS is being imported. Maybe I should import my CSS as well. Import. This is weird. CSS. Yeah. CSS. That is where I put it, isn't it? There we go. Save. Do things. Oh, that's weird, but getting there. We now have a sidebar, which I think no, it doesn't disappear. It does change size though. Oh, it does disappear. That'll do. Right, let's see if there's anything obvious in here about weirdness. Something to do with navbars and sides. I don't think. Yeah. Hide for mobile. Blah, 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 blah. Main. Chat box. I don't want a chat box. Not in this application. 0. Left, right, margin, top, main. Don't understand. Thing hot updated. Ah, there we are. We do seem to have gained a weird scroll bar effect though. I wonder what element that is. Main. I don't think I need those. Oh, we've now getting a width-weight scrubber. God damn it. Maybe that's what that's about. Well, there's nothing else modifying width. 20 pixels padding plus 1 pixel. Oh, that makes sense. There's 20 pixels there as well. Well, I'm going to revert to the only way I know to deal with CSS. So it's on the main, there's padding. Let's remove the padding. Padding what? Everywhere. Adding 0. I don't like that. Why don't you do what I want? Is it because I'm not inside a container thing? It might be. Let's comment that back out. Let's go and have a look at this. So when a row, our chat app has to be used from somewhere. There's an index. Chat app is here, connected. It's just stuffed in a div, and we put it in the root element. Let's have a look at our index. There's root. Div class container fluid. I wonder where that goes in this. App container. What is app container? Where did that come from? Okay, that's nothing to do with me then. Connected router. Router has what? Oh. I guess I put it on the layout? Maybe. Like that. Possibly. Yeah. That's. Yes. Close. Reopen. Now I can tab it properly. Shut a div. That seems like a good idea. No more vertical. Horizontal scrubber. We do have some weird padding going on there. That element. How do I get rid of the console? Do I want the console? No, let's leave the console open, that's useful. Apparently that only affects the top, okay. You can see the effective padding when you do something, can't you? Becomes 20. I wonder what happens if I set it to 0. Bad things. So if I only modify the left, am I doing good? I'm probably breaking things. Yeah, refresh. Is there a way of reverting settings in this one yet when I've messed with them? Maybe it's this that's the problem. Random div, then a row, then a UL. Yeah, well, whatever. Basic version. I don't think any of these, well, the home is used. The nav menu isn't anymore. It's using a nav link. Where does a nav link come from? Router DOM. I kind of want to keep that around just because then I might be able to actually make things work. So now that we've got our sidebar, let's take one of these. Let's commit our work first, because then when I break it, it won't matter so much. npm grep add package cm packages add react bootstrap. Good. Right. I mentioned here that at some point I will factor these out, so I will actually have a sidebar component and a menu and other such likes, but for the time being I'm just going to dump everything in here because I have no idea what I am doing. What am I doing? I don't think I need the link. I think I can get away with just having the nav link, maybe. I don't know the difference between a nav link and a net link is. Hang on, do these need to be in things? Let's save it and find out. Ooh. I've no idea if that worked or not. What are these hosted by? UL navbar nav. There's probably a way of doing that with react-bootstrap. React-bootstrap nav. Navigation. Right, navigation. Is that different from a navbar? Ah, navbars. Do I want a navbar? No idea. No idea what's going on. I don't think I want a navbar. I'm not going to have a navbar for now. I am going to host these in a UL. And I know I'm going to want some kind of styling onto this because I think I'm going to have horrible bullet points on things now. I am horrible bullet points. Right, how do we get, is it list unstyled? Something like that. Will this IntelliType type it? List. No. I think it's called list unstyled. It is called list unstyled. See, I can do web UI. As long as no one looks too closely. Right, now that I've done one of those, let's put a second one in with a different URL on it. What? Okay, so the active class thing doesn't seem to be doing anything. Is it actually being applied? Oh, it is. Ah, but because I'm not in an navbar or anything, things aren't being styled. That's fine, whatever. We can deal with that later. Right, let's delete that again. So, okay. Sidebar. Right. Add. Yeah. I don't know how I did that. Just want autocomplete. I have to experiment later. H1. What was I going to write here? Crispin. That'll do. You are add home link to sidebar. Good. There's our list of things. So now I think this was including the dashboard. I'm just going to call it home, which was doing things, which is then rendering the dashboard, which I'm importing from the dashboard. I'm not even using the fake toggles, I don't think. Let's try deleting them, see what happens. Yes, because I'm pretty sure that's a connected piece. Yeah, it is. Right, so instead of doing that, let's go away. I thought I signed that out. Right. I think rather than that, we want import dashboard from dashboard, and then we'll put the dashboard straight in here. Good. I don't know what you're complaining about. Right, good. We have a layout. We don't need this thing anymore. That doesn't have anything interesting in it anyway, so that's being deleted. I still don't have a recycle bin on that drive, so delete permanently. That's not interesting and is replaced. So that's, no, not rename, that's going away. Go, yeah, good. UI, remove old components. Yeah, descriptive enough, really. Ooh, I clearly haven't had enough liquid since the gym. I'm starting to feel hungover. This is not even been drinking. Where's the fun in that? Ugh. And what I'm drinking from that and wincing at is particularly strong lemon juice, hot water, and a tiny bit of honey. I should have put either less lemon juice or more honey in it. Oh, but apparently it's good for you. And it hasn't got caffeine in it, so that's good. I'm trying not to drink caffeine after midday, which is not the most fun of things to do. Right, we have a dashboard, which is, no, go, we've still got too much spacing in it. Oh, I feel it's got too much spacing in it. Is that default margin? Wait, what? Because he's a list? Maybe? That can go away for now. We've finished copying and pasting from there. Right, let's mess about with the dashboard. Let's see what we've got here. I want that to be spaces too. Right, let's see if we can just convert indentation to tabs. Tabs, indent using tabs. Set the tab size to 2. I'm not sure if this is the best way to do it. Convert indentation to spaces. There's probably a better way of doing that. Right, so we've got this dashboard component. We have a list, we have a UL. Now I think what we can do here is do class name equals list on style. And that might make it prettier, much better. Good. See, I know UI stuff. I really don't know UI stuff. UI fix dashboard list margin or padding. I'm going to call it margin. I don't really know what it was. One of the two. What's your problem? Unknown word styled. Can I make that be added? Because I'm going to add unstyled to the dictionary. Yeah, project dictionary. There's a project dictionary? Oh, that's cool. Right. I'm not sure that should be in a row, to be honest. Let's get rid of the row and see what happens. If you tuned in expecting excitement and me knowing what I'm doing with this, you're probably in the wrong place. Because I have no idea what I'm doing. Can I add the row styling to that and magic occur? Maybe. That's probably not the right way to lay out a list of things. Page layout, that sounds like a good start. No, go, no, shoot, go. Piss off. Jumbotrons, page headers, list groups. Yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. Ish. It's not there. Responsive tables, panels. Am I using a panel? I think I am. Using a toggle. What is a toggle when it's at home? It is a panel. What I want is some kind of panel-y layout magic. Contemplating Googling how do I lay out lots of panels in a list in Bootstrap. In fact, I am going to Google that. Bootstrap list of panels. Panel in Bootstrap is Bootstrap list groups. I don't think that's what I'm after. Panel. No, definitely not. May not have panels listed in this. Wait, this is 4. I don't think I'm using 4. I think this is 3 we're using. How can I tell what version of Bootstrap I'm using? Because I don't actually know where the CSS is coming from. I have no idea what's going on. Maybe it's in here. Everything else seems to be. No, maybe it's there's a root folder. Maybe that's got something interesting in it. Maybe not. Manifest. What's that? Right. Bootstrap. It doesn't really tell me what version it is. Got to be somewhere, surely. Let's have a look at Webpack. Maybe that's got something bootstrappy in it. Bootstrap. No. God knows. Ah, Bootstrap 337. There we go. Get there eventually. What was my original question? Who's buzzing me? I've totally forgotten what. Yes, layouts, panels. That was the thing. Components. Components? Maybe. Panels. Well, not always necessary. Sometimes you need to put your DOM in a box. I guess. Should I be using a panel? Maybe. With blah blah blah. Is this the same as the other page? With tables. I don't want a table on it. Groups. I want lots of panels in a nice wrapping list thing. Maybe if I would that work? Right, let's add. So we've got a div, and then going in this thing. If I put the word row there, the thing doesn't break entirely. It just gets a bit narrower, wider, one of the two. I forget which. So, if I was to then go to this panel and now say col medium. Is it mid for medium? I think it is. 4. Nothing happens. Maybe it's not col mid 4. Can't remember. Maybe there's one in here. No good, that was useless. There's a CSS thing here. Why it needs a CSS page, I don't know, because you know, the whole thing is a CSS thing. Oh, yeah, col mid 4 is a thing. Maybe it's, oh, I don't know. The URL's a row. And it's saved. Right, let's have a look at this. So we have a row. I thought if you put something in a row, then when you did that, magic occurred and things just worked. Maybe it doesn't do that. Unless that's not where the row needs to be. Maybe I have to wrap the UL in a row. I'm not importing anything. I'll just do it manually. Div class name equals row. Is that what you need to do? I think that's what you need to do. Oh, my head. Right, so we've now got a row, which now has a UL in it. I'm going to remove the panel bit. No, that didn't do it either. Let's try different size. Maybe it's small will help. Oh, that worked. So my display is not medium because I've got this panel open, I guess. Right, So maybe this all worked before I messed about with it. Bloody WebDev. I haven't sworn yet though, so maybe things are going better than expected. Right, let's make that. No, not that. No, stop it. That's what we're after. Ish. I want the ability to make. I want an option somewhere, possibly up here, where you can click small, medium, or large and get little tiles, big tiles, or rows. So, although I'm not going to use that yet, that is what wants to be there. So we'll do small 12. And that should do that. That's what I want. Good. Dashboard. Fix up column layout. Ish. Right. Now, I can either start swearing about building a modal dialog so you can create new toggles, or I can do interesting things with this. I want to add another one. Right, postman. I think I've got a request in here that creates a toggle. No, I don't want an update. Right, body. 2. The next. Oh, 201 created. And then if we take that, I can't remember the roots, but no, not post. If we get to that, we should get this. And then if I do /state, good. Anonymous. That's interesting. The UI now takes over on that root. I'll have to deal with that. Right. The question is, what was my root for modifying state? State controller. So I haven't made this very RESTful yet because we're not giving links in the body to useful actions, which I need to do. And it's much more tempting to do than UI work because I understand not UI stuff. Default. Don't be like that. Oh, you can only put to it, you can't get. Okay, maybe that's a deficiency. Maybe I should add that. So if we do a put to that, and from the body a put request, I guess that is at the bottom of this file. What is going on? Where is that model? It's got to be hiding in another controller class, isn't it? Not on that one. It's not that. Ah, there it is. State. So if I put a body with the word state, 200, okay. And it says it's off. Huh. Maybe that's case sensitive. Or maybe it worked and I just didn't get the response back I expected. Oh, cock. But I get a 200 OK back. Oh, wrong URL. Default. But it's definitely not switching on. Yeah, that's definitely not switching on. I wonder why it isn't. Do we get anything useful in here? Oh, we can cheat. We can go and have a look at the storage. Where is the event store? In here, maybe? Bin. Maybe it's not there. I can't remember where I told it to store the thing. Oh, my head. I'm sure it was in the bin folder. Oh well. It's in the startup class though. Maybe not the startup class. It's this one. Oh, I thought it was this rest registry. There we go. Dot slash storage. And as we're running it from inside this directory. Oh, there it is. I'm just blind. Right, the toggle in question is C6. And we have two. Oh, we have both events there. Just projections aren't working apparently. Maybe if we just do that, it will work. Oh, we're not serializing it correctly for the word anonymous. Or that should be the word default or something. Oh well, but we've got two now, so if I refresh that, we should have two in here. Which both claim to be off despite one of them being on. So we have a bug to fix at some point. But I now have two toggles in here now. What happens if I resize this thing? Not that. Yeah, that works. Kind of. Right, let's pretty up those, because why not? Because prettying things up is much more interesting than fixing bugs. So we have our toggle state, which doesn't work. And we're counting specific states if they were there. Oh, let's push some specific states into one state controller. State/users. Like that. Right. So we do that. Given a user ID, put using the same model, which didn't work last time. Users. 1, 2, 3. Let's call him U1. User 1. We shall do a put with body state on. What is your problem? 500 internal server. Wait, I think am I passing users to GUIDs? I think I am. Oh, that's a pleasant stack, right? Cannot convert string user1 to dictionary type. Dictionary key type Crispin.useID. What? User ID. Oh, it's a string user. Anything should be fine. Oh, I don't know. Clearly we need to fix these things. Right, we shall muddle through. But let's not do that. Right, where is my toggle? Right, let's see if this works. Alt F3. Alt F3. Can't Alt F3 then, but I can do Control D's. Right, spacing solved. Right. Now, what I wanted was... What? Is that now giving me back invalid data? Yes. Oh, well, at least we've got an event log, so we can actually try and do things. Right, so it's something to do with serialization, and it doesn't like reading user1 as a key. Because it's a dictionary key. God damn it. Is that trying to load an aggregate or load a view, though? Load projection. It's trying to load a projection. Let's have a look at the projection. Can we format this? What? No, I didn't mean to do that. Right. So user 1. Yeah, see, it's not storing that, is it? So yeah. What? A dictionary of user ID. Okay, now it's the sampling in. We might have to make a serializer for that because that's a really standard thing of doing. And I was kind of hoping JsonConverts would just realise that there's a serializer for a complex type. It's annoying. Let's have a look. New soft JSON dictionary. Key. Serializer. Yeah. But I have one of those. Dictionary key resolver. Cancel sets the dictionary key resolver. Thank you. That was staggeringly not helpful. Right. And then I converted into only the dictionary namespace. And serializing the dictionary, yeah, we know they're converted to string, or by implementing TypeConverter. TypeConverter will also support converting custom string back again. If a member is typed, then as the interface. Well, at least we have a snippet of JSON we can try loading. Which means we need to start Rider. Start. If of course it still loads, because I've installed a lot of framework targeting packs since I last ran this. So yeah, it might not work. Three processes. What do you do? Yeah, whatever. Right. View. Presentation mode. Right. Let's have a look at our file storage. Right, it's this that's not doing what we want. It's clearly when it's pulling it back from disk. We read the thing, and we deserialize it. And we've got custom serialization settings. Me. Once this is finished messing about, we shall use this JSON here and test loading it. Let's do this copy path. We'll just use the scratch pad and just check it actually works. Whenever that's gone. Right. Var path equals at that paste var fs yeah, it's new. Yeah. I can't spell physical file system. I think that was the name of the class anyway. Yes, it was. Good. Storage equals new file system. Storage. FS. Oh, we only need a root. Okay. Path. Our root is that then. Storage dot var storage equals storage at beginning session. No, not storage. Session. Session? What the hell's a session? Oh, it'd probably help if we actually register the projection. Register projection. New. All dollars. Session dot load. I need an await somewhere. There, await. Amazing task, good. Load projection. All doubles. Our projection equals await, I think. Yes. Projection dot count should be 2. All right. See what that does. Well, at least it breaks. With the same exception, even better. Now, I'm pretty sure that has a type converter on it. It does. Could not convert the string user1 to dictionary type. Right. Maybe that type converter is not doing something that it should do. Can convert. The object is a type of user ID. Yeah. Read JSON. It should work. Debug. Can't even claim works on my machine because it clearly doesn't. It's doing anything. I suppose if it's not even hitting that, let's just stick a breakpoint on that and just check what it's doing. I thought I had tests that checked it serialized. I guess the test doesn't fully cover child items in the collections. What is your problem? Ah, I left it running in the background. npm run go. That's probably broken rider. Right. Maybe this will work this time. There we go. Instantly breaks. Never even get to the breakpoints. Try again for bedevilment. Step into that and see if we hit the right line. Good. We have a call stack on this thing. That's not the test I wanted it to debug. Oh, it's debugging all tests, because yes, that's exactly what I wanted. You. Just this one. Would you stop? Right, they're definitely not running anymore. Debug that one. Not any other tests, just that one. Better. Right, so the JSON we read, is that right? Yep, looks about right. And the JSON serializer settings are the standard set that I'm using for the rest of everything. Formatting, none, type name handling, objects. Yeah. Ah, and it's the memento it's trying to deserialize to. Which is an object. Let's get rid of that. Go to implementation of that. And it's a list, a dictionary of toggle views, which has public ones of those, except for tags. The state view is there's a state view mutatable. Yeah, but that's what it's struggling with. That one to be precise. I successfully built the type. And then it all just goes to pot. Complex dictionary key. We go to our JsonConverter. That's not right. Contract dictionary friendly contract resolver. What? Yes. Oh, this is back here again. Right, let's see what. There must have been a solution to this one. Wait, type converter. As opposed to a JSON converter. This thing, actually, this sounds fairly vaguely familiar. Public class toggle I. Oh, I don't care about toggle IDs at the moment. User ID. So we have a user ID converter, but do we have a public class user ID type converter? So type convert. Right. Override. There's a lot of methods on that. JSON.net type converter example. See, these now using JSON converters. Apparently that. Right, there's a JSON converter and a type converter. Can convert from source type is string. When it's string, get the value, and then call JSON.net internally. Right, This override can convert from if source type of string return true. Alright, override convert from, I think, if the value is a string. Just check it's a string again, otherwise, so we'll do that and we'll say if value is string double equals false, return that. Otherwise, return JsonConvert deserialize object user ID value as string. What is your problem? Right, let's see if that works. Now we dump this on the top of here with a type converter. I wonder why it doesn't support it. Just a minute, the JSON converter by default. Right, let's build that, find our scratch pad again. Wait, I have to go and drink something in a minute. Right, let's see if that passes. No, right. Right, let's debug that and see if it actually hit my custom converter thing. Right. Source type. Oh, nice. System string. Right. Hang on. Is that evaluating that bit? Followed by that bit. Right. And that should work. To be honest, we have the right value there. So it seems a bit overkill to use that when I could just do return user ID bars value cast to string. Means we'll need to go and implement those on all of the things. Yay. I'm going to leave that tomorrow because my head is really hurting. Push. Yes, so tomorrow we shall write a test to prove that this breaks and then prove that we can fix it. And then everything will be happy. Oh, apart from the fact that our setting of the anonymous state didn't work. I need to look at that as well. Anyway, that's it for this evening. Source code's up on GitHub, as always. If you've got any questions or comments or just want to hurl abuse at my UI work, then yeah, send me a message on Twitter. I'm at Ponderdom on Twitter and on GitHub and everywhere. Yeah, hope you enjoyed that, and see you tomorrow.